So the second skill that you need to have here is to be able to simplify equations by identifying something known as a like term. Now, what a like term basically means is it means you need to have a term that has the same combination of variables. And if a term present in an equation that's being, say, added together has the same combination of variables, you can actually combine multiple terms together. So if you take a look here on the screen, you'll see an example of this. Underneath the instructions is an equation that has many, many terms present in it. And what you're asked to do is to simplify it. In other words, you want to take these terms that are present here and you want to reduce them down to the fewest number of terms possible by combining terms that are alike. Now, there is a fairly standard procedure to this. What you're going to want to do is, first of all, you're going to want to look at your equation that's present here, and you're going to want to eliminate all terms that are multiplied together, right, in order to get down to the fewest number of terms. So if you take a look in the center here, you will see that there is two variable terms that are multiplied together with a pair of braces here. So the very first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to replace this by expanding and eliminating the brackets. If you do so, 5x times 4x can be combined into 20, the coefficients multiplied together, times x squared. And the reason why you get an x squared here is because x times x can be simplified with x to the power of 2. All right, so this is the first step that's involved in simplifying your equation together. The next thing that you're going to do is you're going to want to take a look at your terms, and you're going to want to identify terms that have the same variable or the same combination of variables together. Now, if you take a look at this equation that's present here, what you can do is you can start grouping the like terms together. So all you're going to do is you're going to take a look at the variable part of each of these terms that's being added, and you're going to check to see that they're the same. So here we have an x squared term. Here we have an x squared term. And that's it. You can then repeat this for each combination that you have. So here we have a term that is just some multiple of x, and here we have a term that is just some multiple of x. Here we have a term that is just some multiple of y. There's nothing else there. And here we have a term that is just a multiple of y squared. So in order to simplify this, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to combine the terms that have the same base variable to the same base power. This allows them to actually be added together. And by added together, I mean you're going to add the coefficients together. This is pretty similar to saying if you have 3 apples and then you add 2 apples to it, you have 5 apples altogether. Apples would be the base variable with the appropriate exponent that you're looking at. So to simplify this up, what we're going to do is we're going to combine 3x squared together with 20x squared to get 23x squared. We're then going to combine 10x and 4x to give us 14x. And then as for the last two, there's nothing we can do with 4y, and there's nothing we can do with 6y squared. So what we've done here is we've combined our terms together to simplify it. And at this point, we're actually finished. There's nothing else we can do here. Now, you might say, well, x squared and x are both the same variable. Should we not be able to combine these two terms together? And that actually doesn't work. The reason it doesn't work is because we don't know what x is. If we add, say, x and x, we can add this together to get 2 times x, regardless of what x is. We can do 5 and 5 is equal to 10. The problem with x squared is actually x times x. When we have x times x plus x, if we don't know what x is, we don't know how many individual x's that we're going to be adding up together. So when simplifying like terms, you have to have the exact same combination of variables, which includes the powers that are present.